Okay, at this time, we'd like to review the back office. We've rung up several transactions. We've had different kinds of transactions as far as credit cards and gift and cash sales, this kind of thing. Um, all this rolls up to our reporting structure, and it gets closed out at the end of the night automatically in the Toast system, and the credit cards get deposited to the bank, of course. But you have certain reports you take at the time when this person clocks out their shift. The server will you'll take a server report and close them out and reconcile their cash. Same with delivery drivers, you do that. And bartenders, kitchen employees, you're just having them clock in and clock out. You're not reconciling any dollars. But we want to look at our sales and our labor daily, of course, and we can look at our day parts, our lunch compared to our dinner or our strongest hours. We can look at our labor percentage against our sales to see if we're running higher than a, say, normal 30% labor cost, and maybe trim down the schedule a little bit based on what we're looking at. But keep in mind, this is all real time. We're not doing reacting to a report. I mean, you're not getting a report 4 days later than after you get the information and making decisions. You're making decisions real time, and can take action on them to help save the restaurant money or to make good business decisions in staffing. As we know, there's only two things you can really control in the restaurant business, and that's your sales. I mean, not your sales. That's your food costs and your labor costs. So we're going to look at labor and sales reports, but you also, through our Toast system, you can also track inventory, which would be able to track your food costs. We're not going to talk about that today, but it is an option, and it's available in Toast. First thing we look at is our sales report, and we see that we have some graphs, and we also have some data below it, recapturing the what went on during the day. But as you can see, we had between 12 and 3 is when we did most of our business. Obviously, it was lunchtime, and it peaked around 1 o'clock. Our net sales were $569, and we have a breakout of all the tips of $12.88. I don't really need to go over each number here, but it's a very comprehensive report, very easily laid out. Breaks out your delivery, so your different dining options, delivery or in-house dining, and how much dinner you did compared to lunch items, any kind of voids or negative transactions, and then it does a breakout of how this income came in, whether it was credit card, gift card, house account, cash, and then it breaks out the average per person was $29. The average check was $47. Sorry, the average order was $47, and the turn time was, well, because this was started and ended in a long period of time, it's a little skewed, so it's 5 hours, but obviously you want to optimize your table turn to be, say, in a table service, 30 minutes to 40 minutes. And it breaks out all of that right on the report here for you. Now, of course, it can accumulate for daily, monthly, weekly, quarterly. You could do it even for a time span from a date to date, whatever you choose. Maybe you just got a brand new manager on and you want to see from when he started to now how much he's done in business. You want to compare that to maybe another period of time when another manager started. You can look at order details. It's just loading for a second. And so basically a menu item summary of what you sold, what menu group they reported to. Highest selling item was the sweet and spicy calamari, and then it just goes down there to the lowest selling item. That's just a quick recap of that. Then you have payments that breaks out, which you've already looked at on the sales report, and obviously you could reconcile your cash drawers, and you have a summary here. So one thing is some people like to look at the hourly reports and see what they did, not just per hour, but in day parts. So they're considering lunch anywhere from 11:30, 10:30 to 4, and then considering, I'm sorry, breakfast and excuse me, they're considering lunch anywhere from 11 to 4, let's say, and then 4:30, and then from 4 to 12 is 4 to 11 is dinner time. So that's just a sales report part right there. We can look at a couple other reports here. We have the labor report. Labor report's going to break out gratuities and declaratives, total sales, what you're paying per hour for employees, and it's going to basically show a percentage of labor dollars against sales dollars. You want to probably obviously keep it around 30%, 32% in the table service industry. So it also gives you specific breakdown of employee productivity. We only had one person sign in at this time, so we had 12 orders for average order $47 and non-cash tip of 20.5%. So it's pretty normal information there. And then we break out into gifts, gift cards. We didn't have any gift card sales, for redemptions. But you can see that it breaks it out to classic gift cards, which would be actual physical cards, and how many you sold of those compared to how many e-cards you sold, and how many inactive cards you have. And then the total sales that were redeemed. They were used when they purchased meals. And then reward transactions, it shows total points redeemed, total points earned, and what you have liability as far as what you have to reward people that's outstanding. So that's really good data that rolls up every real time. Also in the back office we can find checks. So if somebody called up and said, I had a credit card yesterday and I used the wrong one and I want to change it to a different credit card, we can do that. We can find the check based on the last 4 digits of the credit card number. If we had to issue a refund, a lot of different things we can do in that respect. Labor, we can set up our job codes, and people can work multiple job codes. They can work as a server, but they also could work as a bartender and get paid different rates. And what our overtime rules are, and we have some marketing information in there, and our payments, other setups of sales categories or revenue centers. You might have a patio and a bar and the main dining floor that we have broken out as different revenue centers, and we want to track how well one revenue center did against the other. So it's just general information in that. As far as we also have customer reports. So as we mentioned, we have rewards we give out. People sign up for loyalty that we mentioned before. So it's going to show you who your most frequent customers are, how the visits, and the total outstanding, not outstanding, but how much they spent. And you can look at the past 2 months, the past 6 months, the past 12 months, or you could break up your own time. So let's say you wanted to see how much you want to look at different customers to see what day of the week, let's say, they come in most. So what we try to do is, let's say it's Monday, it's a Thursday, a Friday, let's do rewards to get them in there on Monday, because we have a slower day on Monday and we want to drive business towards that day. So that's what we can do with this kind of information. You can also sell gift cards online. And our gift cards, by selling them online, you don't really have to have them in a physical card. They can redeem them on their phone, so it saves you the card cost. It saves the customer having I call it George Costanza wallet. It's very thick. Um, it makes it much easier for them to get rewarded. The most frustrating thing for a customer is to follow the plan, do the rewards, and all of a sudden they go to redeem them and they don't have the card, or something else. Toast makes it easy for them to redeem their points, either through an email or their phone number. Depends on the restaurant. If they want to ask for a driver's license to make sure it's this person, that's fine. So that's pretty much the back office, but also keep in mind there's a lot more to this as you drill down and you somebody sets up their own restaurant. We can set up for a single store. We can set up for an enterprise so that more than one store rolls up on the reporting. Like I said, it's accessible from an iPad or your laptop from anywhere, anytime. You're not handcuffed to go into a back office to do what you need to do. And you can monitor these reports. You can look up checks and basically ask the general manager why certain voids were made while you're on the beach, if you will. But it's very simple to use. And that pretty much wraps up our demonstration today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that it showed the benefits of owning a Toast system and highlighted some of the things that really stand out to help improve an operation like yours and to help have a smooth running business. Take care. Thank you.